There's that man again.
Well, winter is coming, and it's time to get into some of those accords that are significant to the winter weather. One of those would happen to be tobacco. And for those of you who are a bit skeptical about getting into tobacco fragrances, this is the video for you. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Teddy Files. I'm your resident sommelier, Mr. Diaz Teddy. And before we get into the video, I want to thank you guys so much. I finally reached that 1,000 subscriber threshold. We will be doing a live giveaway very soon. It's going to be me and Mr. Bass, and we're going to be discussing what we both are looking forward to wearing this winter. But also, if you show up to that live, you will be placed in sweepstakes to be able to win the two fragrances, the Tommy Hilfiger fragrances that I've been talking about this entire summer. So, guys, be prepared for that. But let's get into this video. We are talking about getting into tobacco fragrances. And some people are a little bit shaky about getting into tobacco. They're really not sure what it smells like or what it pairs with, any of those types of things. Well, the best way for me that I've noticed to getting into tobacco fragrances is basically using one of the most, I would say, safer tobacco options. And the best safe tobacco option that I've seen on the market, it's actually a really good fragrance, and that would be CK Shock. So this is entry level tobacco at its finest. This is a wonderful fragrance, man. And it's one I will be definitely getting some wears out of this winter. It is very light, elegant, airy, but it has enough of a tobacco punch to really just say it is wintertime. It kind of puts you in the mood of being in one of those cigar shops, things of that nature. Like, it smells like the sweet tobacco that you find if you've ever been to a cigar shop. It's not one of those freshly lit cigar type of things. It doesn't smell anything like that. It's a lot more sweet and warm and spicy. And I can actually just give you some of these fragrance notes right here so you guys know what I'm talking about. So it has a little bit of lavender at the top that makes it a slight bit fresh. Has a little bit of cucumber as well that kind of adds to that freshness. You have some cardamom, pepper, basil, osmanthus, and of course tobacco and amber. That's where a lot of that sweetness comes from in the fragrance. And you also have patchouli, woodsy notes, and musk, all to come together to give you this really nice, rich, but like I said, somewhat airy fragrance. It has a nice punch of tobacco, but it has a little bit of powderiness to it as well that will make it not offensive, very inoffensive to wear. For me, on my skin, I've gotten about at least a good 6 hours out of it. So 6 to 7 hours, which is not bad at all, especially for a Calvin Klein flanker. This is a really good fragrance. So if you want to get into tobacco, if you want to walk into the realm of tobacco, but you don't want to walk in knocking down the door and screaming like a banshee, the best way to knock on the door is with the simplest one, and that would be CK Shock. So the next fragrance that we got, it's a definitely a step up from the last one. It is so much sweeter. If you are not into sweet fragrances, this is probably not the one for you. But if you do like that sweet, sticky, almost honey-like tobacco smell, then 1821 sweet tobacco, yeah, this is perfect for you. I will not be spraying this one in the air because it is pungent, it is strong, and with this fragrance, there are quite a few notes. But what you're going to get the most of when you smell this fragrance is vanilla, tonka bean, honey, amber, and tobacco. That's what you're going to get. The other notes definitely come in to round it out a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to be honey and tobacco at the top, tonka bean and amber in the mid, which is not exactly the order in which this is actually placed, but that is what you're going to smell. Because especially smelling out of the atomizer, honey and tobacco. That is what I get out of this atomizer, and it is pungent and it is a strong fragrance. It lasts over 8 hours, so make sure you spray accordingly. I don't spray more than 3 sprays of this one. That is all I spray. If you spray any more than that, hey, God bless you, sir. God bless you. Because for me, 3 sprays can almost choke out people in the room. You do any more than that, then you should probably just be by yourself. You're going to choke your damn self out. But if, as far as I'm concerned, it's a wonderful fragrance. It smells amazing, and if you watch your sprays and you spray it accordingly, the sillage is magical. The scent bubble is it's all day, and you're going to get at least 2.5 hours of projection out of this. This is what I call let them know that you're in the room tobacco, and that would be Sweet Tobacco by 1821. So if you're looking for a tobacco fragrance that is perfect for date night, then you don't have to go any further than this one. Dolce Gabbana is the one. Sweet, classy, ambery. Now this one I'll spray. This one will get sprayed in the air. Look here. This this is the quintessential date night fragrance. Perfect. It doesn't last very long, so basically curb your enthusiasm when it comes to that. You're going to get maybe 4, maybe 5 hours out of it. I'm not sure how long your dates last. Mine don't last no 4 to 5 hours. I'm really not sure what you're doing unless you're at a play or something like that. I don't know. But even still, at that moment, let's not be ridiculous. This is a perfect fragrance for close encounters for date night. It is the warm, sweet tobacco, but it's not overly sweet. It has a lot more of that elegance and that little bit more of that masculine feel to it. Let's get a little bit of these notes out so I can tell you guys exactly what you're dealing with this. Because at the top of this, you got a little brightness from grapefruit, and you got some more from ginger and orange blossom. But once you get into the mid and dry down, you get amber, tobacco, and cedar, and those accords are going to make this magical off your skin. As far as the longevity, once again, like I said, 4 to 5 hours is what you're going to get. I get about an hour of projection, but it's not a heavy projector. Like I said, it's made for close encounters. It's not made to fill up a room. It's not made for everybody around the corner to smell you. It's made for the person that's sitting next to you to smell you. It's the only person that you really want to get to smell this and get close to you. And the closer they get, the better they smell, the better you smell, and the better it does. So, you want a great date night tobacco fragrance? Don't look any further than this. Dolce Gabbana is the one. So, can tobacco work in an office setting? That depends on the tobacco that you wear. And if you wear this one, then you will be fine. And that would be Dolce Gabbana's Pour On. So this is nothing like the other tobaccos that I've already had up here. This is a fresher tobacco. Fresh, clean, citrusy. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect for the office setting. I mean, this right here is clean, it's crisp, it's fresh. It gives you everything that you need to be inoffensive in the office, smell good, and it has a pretty good amount of longevity. It's not overwhelming. You may get about 5 or 6 hours out of this one. Once again, not a heavy projector, but you're going to smell really, really good. You're going to smell really clean. The tobacco is clean in this one. This is more of a almost like a tobacco leaf as opposed to the heavy pungent heavy pungent tobacco. This is a more dry, clean tobacco with a lot of aromatics to it. I mean, you got some citruses, some bergamot, you got neroli, which actually gives it a little bit of that soapiness. You have lavender and sage. You got tobacco and tonka bean, but it doesn't have a whole lot of sweetness to it. I think the tonka actually just kind of gives it a little bit of balance, a little bit of base. But for me, this is all about the aromatics. It's about that clean, fresh feel. It's one of those fresh out of the shower fragrances. This is perfectly inoffensive for the office. This is definitely the kind of tobacco fragrance that you can wear in a board meeting and you can wear in almost any kind of situation. As far as I'm concerned, it is the one that you can wear in all four seasons, and that would be Dolce Gabbana's Boron. So, for the next couple of fragrances, we are about to step up this tobacco game. So, we gave you the great entry level. We gave you the one that is going to be a little bit more in your face. We gave you the perfect date night one. We also gave you one that's perfect for office. Well, this one right here is the one that you wear when you want to be a little bit more mysterious. Is the one that you wear when you want people to notice you when you walk in a room, but you also won't be obnoxious. And that would be Robert Graham's Fortitude. One of my absolute favorite tobacco fragrances. This fragrance is so elegant, so masculine, yet so just it is it's hard to put it into words. And I know that's kind of my job here. I'm supposed to put it into words for you guys. But this one right here, when I tell you that it is unlike any other tobacco fragrance that I've ever smelled. And that's saying quite a bit because I've smelled a lot of tobacco fragrances. Some I absolutely love, some I will never want to smell again. But this one here, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've already thought about getting me another bottle. It is the longevity is crazy. It gives me about 8 to 10 hours. The sillage is bonkers. The scent bubble is amazing. This is to me one of the better tobacco fragrances on the market. I would argue with anybody over that one. Now I haven't smelled every single tobacco fragrances, so there may be one that blows this out of the water, but for me, this is one of the top. There's only one other one that I would say might be better than this one, and that's actually in this video. But for me, this is one of the top tier tobacco fragrances, and it's the most simple fragrance profile. I mean, you got tonka bean, tobacco, and patchouli. That's it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more accords in here, but that's all they list. But you catch all of that. You catch the sweetness of the tonka bean, that beautiful earthiness of the tobacco and the patchouli. This is a gorgeous fragrance. I would advise that you get your hands on this because here lately they've been talking about it being discontinued, and that would be a damn shame, which is why I say I might be getting me another bottle. And if I were you, I would get my hands on Robert Graham's Fortitude. So we've had a few designer fragrances up here. We've even had one soap brand fragrance up here. And I figured it was time to take it up another notch. And this is the fragrance that inspired this video. And that would be the fragrance that takes it up to the niche level of fragrances. And that is Obigon, Tabac Nomade. So this fragrance here has been a bucket list fragrance for me for a long time. So instead of spraying that in the air, you know what? I'm not going to spray this at all. I'm not going to spray this at all. This fragrance right here, I sprayed it yesterday on my arm. I had to scrub it off again today. It lasted through my gym workout. It lasted all night. A couple of scrubbings. I had to wash the area. I only sprayed it on my forearm. I had to wash the area at least 3 times to get this off. So is this strong? Yeah, it's pretty damn strong. 14 hours is what I clocked it at. So I'm not sure that's going to be for everybody, but for me, that is a pretty long time for a fragrance to be on your skin. But once again, this to me is one of the most quality tobacco fragrances that you can get for me. Now, like I said, I haven't smelled all tobacco fragrances. I don't know what everybody else has in the realm of tobacco. To me, this is one of the top tier tobacco fragrances on the market. I absolutely love this fragrance. And you've heard me say this about other ones. I'm going to say it about this. I absolutely adore this fragrance. I mean, you want to talk about top tier, and I mean absolute top tier tobacco fragrance. You got beautiful spices, rose, bergamot. You got tobacco leaf, saffron, tonka bean, leather, and vanilla, all to come together to give you this beautiful, sensual, elegant, masculine, manly tobacco fragrance that lasts, and I mean lasts damn near for a millennia. This is one of those ethereal fragrances. This is an amazing tobacco. Like if you want to take your tobacco to the top tier level, this one right here is one you definitely want to get in your basket. This one that you want to get in your hands. If you can't get the main bottle, because like I said, these once you start getting into niche level fragrances, it gets a little bit more expensive. So you can go to places like Scent Split to get a decant. I think my decant was about $25. It's a zero point 0.5 ounce decant, but that is enough to let you know whether or not it is worth spending what this costs. I think this was about 210, and for me it was worth every single penny that I spent on it. But you have to be the judge of that. So like I said, I would say sample, I would say decant. I would not say this is a safe blind buy, because if you're not a tobacco fan, but if you're not a tobacco fan, if you don't know if you like tobacco just yet, please do not jump in the deep end with this fragrance. That would be a huge mistake. But if you love tobacco and you know, like hey, this one right here, this is one of your top tiers, and that would be Obigon Tabac Nomade. Well, everybody, that is my time. Once again, I want to thank you guys for coming over here and watching this video. I know there are so many fragrance reviewers you can watch, and I truly appreciate the fact that you came over here. Once again, I want to thank you for the 1,000 subscribers, and I want to thank you for the next 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers. We will not stop. We will be getting to whatever the goal is for us to be at. We are going to continue on, and I truly love and appreciate that you have allowed me to bring my brand of fragrance review to you. And please let me know what tobacco fragrances you have. Let me know over in the conversation box, and let me know what you think is something that I should probably get my hands on, something that I may not have, or something I haven't mentioned. Because trust me, I'm still on the hunt for more tobacco fragrances. And I truly want to thank you and appreciate you. And please remember to like, share, subscribe to the content, because it helps this channel to grow. And remember to hit that bell icon so that you can be informed when I upload another video, because my name is Mr. Diaz Teddy, your fragrance sommelier. And over here, we don't do stink. So please, don't be a stink ass. Thanks again, guys.
Baby, wrap your legs around me. Baby, feel your love surround me. Can be all that you need.